April 12, 2010. I was born that year, and I pretty much didn't collect Cars Diecast until 2011 when Cars 2 was coming out. I mean, sort of, since I was mainly buying the main characters and something to buy some background cars, but anyway, that's not the point. But we're now here in 2025, 15 years ago, and this will showcase some cars that I got for my birthday yesterday on April 12th, 2025. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, and I know you might have thought that I started the video by saying April 12th, 2010, but, well, it's because my birthday was on April 12th, so, well, mainly for my birthday, I asked for some Cars Diecast. So, as a collector, of course, asking for them for my birthday was not a great choice, but something non-cars thing that I asked for was, well, I also got a lava lamp. It just needs to be heated to work, and I think it is now. But anyway, moving on to the car stuff I got for my birthday. Well, to start off, I'm very sorry for the poor audio quality. I was never able to find a way to get it fixed. And I'm very sorry for the shaky camera as always. But moving on, starting with the first Cars movie, obviously, we have a playset. That being the Race Ready Car Wash set from the Color Changers line. Now, this set first released in January of 2025 and was one of the first new items from that year. And of course, how it works is that you put the car there, which you spray with water, and then you go through there to get it cleaned. And it comes with an exclusive Color Changers Cars 1 McQueen. And fun fact, it's the first time we get a Cars 1 McQueen color changer since 2010, when the Color Changers line first started. And now I'm very excited to finally have a color changer of Cars 1 McQueen. I can see there's the back showcasing more of how it works. And also McQueen in cold water and in hot water. Alright, so next up we have is Donna Pitts. Now, she's probably nowhere near exciting to most of y'all, but Donna Pitts is one of those rusty cars that I actually never own. Now, I'm starting to think that she's constantly released alongside Jonathan Wrenchwords. It might sound awkward since Donna was in the tent and Jonathan was in the Rusty's commercial in which he gets his back bumper clean. But anyway, this is of course her artwork is of course the back showcasing all the characters, and yes, even Slim Hood, even though he's from Cars 3. Well, moving on, we have Lightning McQueen with shovel. So, when I heard Mattel was gonna re-release Lightning McQueen with shovel for 2025, I was very excited. Not only because I didn't have him, but also because for several years his shovel was the wrong color. In the movie, his shovel was colored yellow. but in this artwork and diecast, it's colored gray. I never understood why they did this, but to me it feels like Mattel used the artwork for reference when making McQueen with Shovel, and then came out a prototype of the Dylan release of McQueen with Shovel, and I was quite disappointed that the Shovel is remaining gray. I mean, Dylan has fixed so many cars. Like, for example, Cribs' stock had the Hoover's model, had the flag being on the wrong placement. And now Mattel in 2019 fixed Cribs to have the flag on the correct spot and have her own model. They still haven't corrected the flag placement of Dexter Hoover to this day. Here's the back showcasing other characters. And now, I got nothing from the Cars 2. Unfortunately, I couldn't find Candy in time for my birthday, but that doesn't matter because there's actually one thing I got from Cars 2. And now let me give you some hints. Diecast that was originally released in 2011. It is a lemon, and it's a lemon I had two variants of, but never the regular version. You guessed it, it's Grim. You can see, despite being first released in 2011, I never had a regular Grim. Instead, for so many years, I've only had Grim with camera. The camera is right there. And I've also only had Grim in Trouble. And I also have the Acer there. And I also only have the Action Agents Grim, which was a toy line made in promotion for Cars 2. And when I found out Acer was going to get re-released, I was hoping they'd re-release Grim 2 because they didn't have him. And good thing they did. And now made me hope they re-release Professor Z. Spoiler alert. These three are the only releases from Cars 2 we're getting this year. Quite disappointing, I know. Like, come on, Mattel. Where's Professor Z? We need him to come back to the diecast line. He hasn't been released since 2012. But anyway, since I already showcased the back, here he is with Acer, and he's gonna go well with Acer fight after I unbox them. Oh, I mean, probably go better with a Dylan Acer if you got him. And now moving on to Cars 3. Well, for Cars 3, I'm going to be starting off with one of the cars from Thunder Hollow that I was missing on my collection. That would be Fishtail. Now, Fishtail is one of those Thunder Hollow cars that I really never had. Now, I really don't really know the reason why, but I feel like I'm kind of seeing some really expensive listings for him, but other than that, when I heard Fishtail was getting released, I was really excited. I mean, now that we have Fishtail released on Island, we could at least hope that we can get some of the cars on the road that use this model. For example, the only ones I can think of or blue and the yellow and purple card that's a repaint of them to be released. At least I'm hoping they release Lou. We already got a car with a similar model called Jason Roadkey last year in 2024. Albeit thinner and somewhat longer. You can see there's McQueen, Jackson, and Cruz, the main trio for promoting Cars 3. You can see. Now, the next one is Jodon Jackson. Now, Jodon Jackson is one of the two flashback racers to release the singles alongside Slim Hood. Clovis Riders also released this year, but in a 2-pack with a dirt track Fabulous and the Hornet. And he uses the same model as Jimmy Logrange, in which both of their models are very similar to Louis Nash, although it's not the same model. See some similarities between them. However, Joe has headlights and Jimmy doesn't. That feels odd, and the two look like they share the same expression. I'll get into full detail once I review them. See, the back is exactly the same as Fishtail. Shows the same exact characters. And unfortunately, that's actually it for the diecast. Yeah. No wait, I forgot. I also got one thing. From the GRC, it's GRC Cruz Ramirez. And Cruz Ramirez and Miguel Camino were one of the last two GRC cards that I needed to complete the GRC collection. Now, when I found out that GRC was coming back for 2025, I was hoping we could at least see the missing World Grand Prix racers and also a 155 scale version of GRC Mater. Unfortunately, we are not getting those this year because the checklist posters only states that Mattel brought it back just to re-release the mold. They're probably doing this to make up the bad distribution, but still doesn't excuse why there's nothing new from GRC. And I'm very glad I got GRC Cruise for my birthday, since now I'm only missing Max Schnell now. See, there's the back showcasing some of the other releases, which I have all 5 of these. In fact, he and Jackson Storm are probably the only Piston Cup racers outside of McQueen to attend the GRC. And that's actually it for the 155 scale cars. Unfortunately, nothing from Cars on the Road. I could not find Jonathan Pearson in time for my birthday. But actually, there's one new line I'm starting this year, or try to collect constantly, and that being Mini Racers. And this repack has Cars 1 McQueen, Dexter Hoover, and Brick Yardley. I don't really know why they put Brick Yardley in this pack instead of making a new release of James Cleanair. We're still missing the Cars 1 Piston Cup racers in Mini Racer form. So far we have the veterans and the next gens, but none of the Cars 1 racers, which honestly really upsets me. Or even better yet, instead included a Cars 3 Lightning McQueen Mini Racer and a new release of Chris Rostovsky. In fact, I think it's time for me to say that I have a small handful collection of Mini Racers, These are the ones that I have right now, including little Fillmore. You can see there's the 3 Minis in this weird repack. So the back showcasing Brick, Course 1 McQueen, and Dexter Hoover. So my theory was that Mattel was supposed to make James Clinier as a mini racer, but Mattel mistook Jordan as James and put him there instead. I don't know, let's get to full detail when I review that 3-pack. Another mini racer 3-pack I'm showcasing is DJ Snarlrod and Wingo. Now, there's something about the mini racer of the tuners. DJ was the first one to be released since he was released in 2022 alongside Car 3 McQueen and Car 3 Mac. Even though DJ was in the first movie, but whatever. And Snarlrod was released in 2023 in a 3-pack alongside DJ and Car 3 Mac. But then again, they were in the first movie. And Wingo was recently released in 2024 in a 3-pack with Sheriff and Mater. Very weird because I predicted that 3-pack to have Impound McQueen be the new release instead. And now, the only mini racer that left that doesn't have the only tuner that now it doesn't have a mini racer is Boost, who I'm hoping we get somewhere later this year as a mini racer. I mean, we have all 3 of them released, and if we don't get Boost this year, it's gonna be a big problem because we've been getting them year by year. See, there's DJ, Snarlrod, and Wingo. Now, let's move on to this 3-pack based on Cars 3. Of course, this is a 3-pack featuring next gens, and these next gen racers have been pretty cool. Feel pretty cool to get a 3-pack with them, especially since I have the 155 scale releases for Tim Trailis and Michael Roeder, for Jim Reverick. I don't have his 155 scale release. It's honestly very rare, and hoping Jim Reverick gets a re-release someday. But anyway, there's that. Kind of felt pretty cool to get the 3-pack for my birthday, since you can see there's Jim Reverick, Tim Trailis, and Michael Roeder. I'll showcase the GRC Mini Racers. Alright, so the GRC line was also part of the Mini Racers line when it first came out in 2024. And the GRC returning for 2025 also meant for the mini racers to return. Now we got this 3-pack with McQueen, Carl Veloso, and Mater. Something they totally haven't done before. Hey, wait a minute. Well, anyway, I mainly got this for GRC Mater. He doesn't exist as a 155 scale release. Not even this year. This year they didn't even make a 155 scale version of GRC Mater. And that really bothers me. That they made a Mater in a GRC livery in mini form, but not a 155 scale form. See, there's Carlo Veloso, McQueen, and also there's Mater. I really don't know what I'm going to compare GRC Mater with, other than brand new Mater, and I guess also a mini racer Mater. Well, other mini Racer GRC back about the show is actually a carryover from last year. It is Roll Max Schnell and Cruz Ramirez. Now, the GRC line introduced to us mini racer versions of Max Schnell, Miguel Camino, and pretty soon some introduced us to a second version of a mini racer of Shuto Todoroki. I'm still hoping we get regular versions of Max Schnell and Miguel Camino as mini racers sometime later on. I mean, I know this may not happen, but with the mini racer Max Schnell bottle, you can also make mini racers for the racers that appear in the international versions of the party scene from Cars 2. I mean, I have roll in 155 scale form. The funny thing is, I actually also got the 155 scale release of GRC Cruise for my birthday at the same time as the mini racer. So good timing, actually. Since now I know what to compare GRC Cruise with. And like I said, I'm still missing GRC Max Schnell. But I mean, I have his mini racer, so I guess that's gonna introduce me to his livery in person. Of course, there's Rolf Thoreau, Max Schnell, and of course Cruz Ramirez. Let's put the mini racer there. So let's put it there. There we go. So yeah, that is it for today, and let me know which one of these that I got was your favorite. And let me know if you're excited to see me use regular Grim for when I need to use the limits. And I'm probably going to review the Race Ready Car Wash set first, so see you later when I'll be reviewing the Race Ready Car Wash set. By the way, bye!